So second method is to heat the oxides of metals with low reactivity, and we get oxygen series, and these oxides we can get silver oxide, or you can say silver 1 oxide gives silver and oxygen. Lead oxide Pb3O4 gives 6 PbO and O2. Lead dioxide give PbO, lead oxide and oxygen gas, and mercuric oxide give also mercury in liquid state and oxygen. So you can see that by heating these various oxides we even get oxygen. Next one is hydrogen peroxide is readily decomposed into water and dioxygen by catalysts such as finely divided metal and manganese dioxide. So hydrogen peroxide, when it is allowed on metal and manganese dioxide, it produces water and oxygen gas. Now we should study about the large scale preparation. On a large scale, oxygen can be prepared from water or air. Electrolysis of acidified water leads to release of oxygen at the cathode and hydrogen at the cathode and oxygen at the anode. You can see here H2O, which is acidified by passing electricity. At cathode we get hydrogen gas, at anode we get oxygen gas. From air by liquefaction of air followed by fractional distillation of liquid air. So we are going to study the industrial preparation of oxygen. Industrially, dioxygen is obtained from air, first removing carbon dioxide and water vapor, and then remaining gases are liquefied and fractionally distillated to give dioxygen and dihydrogen. So this is how we can prepare dioxygen. Uh, by various methods. Now we should study more. Now we should study about the properties. So dioxygen is a colorless and odorless gas. Solubility of dioxygen in water is to the extent of 3.08 centimeter cube in 100 centimeter cube. Remember, centimeter cube means milliliter. So 3.08 ml of oxygen can be dissolved in 100 ml of water. The solubility of dioxygen is just sufficient for the vital support of marine and aquatic life. All the living organisms, they can live into the water because of this oxygen dissolved in water. Dioxygen liquefies at 90 K and freezes at 55 K. Here K represents the Kelvin, the unit of temperature. So this is the point at which dioxygen can be liquefied, and this is the point of freezing point of, and this is the boiling point of oxygen. Oxygen atoms has three stable isotopes: 8O16, 8O17, 8O18. Out of this one is the most stable. Looking at magnetic characters, dioxygen is unique because dioxygen has 16 electrons, which are odd number of electrons, 16 electron number of electrons, but still it is paramagnetic in nature, and this paramagnetic nature can be explained according to the molecular orbital theory. According to the molecular orbital theory, the O2 molecule has electrons filled into sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2, sigma star 2s2, sigma 2p z2, pi 2p x2 is equal to pi 2p y2, and pi star 2p x1 and pi star 2p y1. So we can easily see that into the pi star orbital Oxygen has two electrons which are unpaired. O2 is paramagnetic as it has two unpaired electrons present in pi star 2px and pi star 2py molecular orbital, and that is why we consider it as a paramagnetic in nature. Dioxygen directly reacts with nearly all metals and non-metals except some metals, example aurum, that is gold and platinum, and some noble gases. So those elements which do not react with oxygen are gold, platinum and noble gases. All the other elements reacts with oxygen. Combination of dioxygen is exothermic in nature with other elements. The heat released helps to sustain the reaction. So reaction of a combination with oxygen is mostly exothermic in nature. Heat is released and that is why the reaction is sustained. Reaction goes on further easily. The bond dissociation enthalpy of oxygen-oxygen double bond is high, that is 493.4 kilojoule per mole. So, to initiate the combination with oxygen, external heating is required, which is sometimes called the activation energy. Into the next period or into the next video, we will study about the formation of various kinds or the reaction of various kind of elements with dioxygen. I hope my dear students you are enjoying. Happy learning.